Hope you guys are doing well. So let's take a look at this quiz here, and I'll go ahead and explain what these different parts are. And so a lot of you guys may be confused with this E, and so what you can do to get rid of that, or to kind of see what that E is, you just go print reservoir volume, and then when you run it, you guys can see that it just comes out to be 400, that number, that huge number, right? Gonna get rid of that right now. And it's that huge number. And so if you just want to replace that with this, you can. That's just like, it might be easier for you, but yeah, the numbers, yeah, don't worry so much about the numbers. It's not super important. What I really want you to focus is the variable assignment. So that's the most important part. So I assigned this variable reservoir volume with this value, and so is this variable assigned with this value as well. And so this, again, if you want to know what that is, it's called rainfall. And so I'm gonna put this in a comment, so now we can run it, and when we run it, it gives me that number. So if you want to replace that with that, you could just do that if you want. It's just easier for you. So the numbers aren't super important. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna first decrease the rainfall variable by 10% to account for runoff. So there are several ways to do this. This syntax might be a little bit confusing to you, but basically we just created a variable, right? This holds something, and this holds the 90% of the rainfall. And so if I multiply by anything, so like if I multiply anything by 0.9, so print 100% times 0.9, that's just gonna be 90. That's just gonna be 90. You see that? And therefore, anything that you multiply by 90, right, is 10% off. So 10% off is the same thing as having 90% of the original value. And so that's why we have that. And so you can do it several different ways. So this syntax might be a little confusing. This is the same thing as saying rainfall is equal to rainfall times 0.9. So this is the same syntax as that. They just simplified it just to make things easier. And this syntax is used over and over again in computer science, so something to keep in mind. So like, let's just say I do print rainfall. That's the first rainfall. So actually this is, yeah, so watch this. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna make this a comment. So if I make this a comment, I run it. Guess what? I got 450,000, right? And then, or was it 450,000? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 4,500,000. So then that's that. So I just printed this out, right? So I got 5E6, right? This is 5E6 right here. Multiplied it by 0.9, and then I set it again to this new rainfall variable. And then now I print that rainfall variable out. And so now I have print rainfall, and that is going to be 4,500,000. But if I do this, like that, that is the same thing as well. Run it, look, 4,500,000, right? So whether you do this or whether you do this is the same statement. What you're getting is, you're getting the original, which is this, multiply it by 0.9, and setting into a new variable. And this entire thing is the same thing as this. And this statement is the same thing as well, to rainfall times rainfall times 0.1 minus, right? Because, so I have to get rid of that now. Yeah, I have to. So let's just say these are, oops, I don't know why I took a screenshot. These are comments, right? So they don't actually affect the code. So this is the same thing, right? If you take a look, I get the original, right? Multiply it by 0.1, and that is going to give me I wish this can show me. I wonder if there's a run and debug way to do this. All right, let's see if this works. So nope, it did not work. I'll figure that out later. So the original was 5e6 times 0.1, whatever that is. I subtracted to the original value, right? And then I get the final value, okay? So all of these things are the same statements. All of these things are the same statements, okay? But I'm gonna keep it this way. Now we're gonna add the rainfall variable to the reservoir volume variable. So the reservoir volume, right, which is that reservoir volume. Now we're gonna add rainfall to it. So this is the same thing as this. This is the same thing as reservoir volume is equal to reservoir volume plus rainfall. Okay, that is the same thing as this. Okay, whatever you want, whatever is more comfortable for you, just use it. If you like this better, so whatever this one was, which was that, we added to the new rainfall, which is that, and then now I get the new reservoir volume. Okay, so whatever is more comfortable for you, you can use it. You can use this or this, right? But make sure you don't do both, because then you're adding rainfall and then you're adding rainfall again. So you're actually adding rainfall twice, and you don't really want that. Okay, so this one I'm gonna keep it this way. Keep it the original because that's what the lesson wants you to do. So that's that. This right here, 0.05, right, is the same thing as this. It is equal to reservoir volume times 1.05, right? This statement is the same thing as this statement. So if you like this one better, you can do that. I get the reservoir volume, and then I get 5% more than what it was, and then I set it to the new reservoir volume. And then same thing, right? This one is the same thing as doing reservoir volume is equal to reservoir volume times 0.95. This is the same thing, right? This is the same thing as that, okay? And then finally, this is the same thing as reservoir volume is equal to reservoir volume minus 2.5 E5, like that. Okay, so that's that. So I hope that helped. And then yeah, so that's how basically everything works. And yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. Basically, the main thing that you have to learn is that this is a variable, and the variable holds something. It holds a value, and then you can update the variable. So reservoir volume, I updated to this new value, updated to a new value, updated to a new value, updated to the value. But it's the same variable. Okay, so it's the same variable. It's just being updated into new different numbers. Okay, so I hope that helped, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.